Hello, good day. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Carol. Let's Today we are going to talk to one-to-one with one of the enablers on the new technology for both retailers and e-commerce where possible. And I would like to invite you to join me, and let's go to the topic of what our discussion is for today. Okay, so let's head there. Okay. Hi everybody. Today we have Dylan. Dylan is one of the co-founders from this solution called "You Buy Now and Pay Later" concept, which is a very new concept to the Malaysians called Split. You know, Split. So Dylan is a Malaysian but based in Singapore. Can't come back, so better don't come back. Stay put first until everything is settled down here. So yeah, 2 days ago he shared to me how the solutions can help increase conversion rates to your brand.com website. So the reason why I do this is because I would like him to show you some demos. This is not a live version but a recorded live, so I'm using video editing to edit some parts of it. And then at the end of the session, at the end of the demo, after Dylan introduced what is Split and how to use it onto your website, then he will offer you guys what are the offer to onboard. So later Dylan will make introduction. Then what you call that? Dylan, you do your demo and how will it benefit our brand.com owners, and then we'll take it off from the discussion. I will do Q&A with you because I'm also a very micro SMEs, so we know what the SMEs want. So the floor is yours now.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen if you don't mind. Please let me know once you can see my screen, Carol.
Can.
All right, so everyone, my name is Dylan. It's nice to connect with all of you. I can't wait to finally go home to Malaysia once the borders are open. I want to introduce you to a very, very new concept in Malaysia. It's called Buy Now, Pay Later by my company called Split. So it allows people to buy now on your store and pay for it later without a credit card. So I would really love to explain to you what it looks like and how you can use it. So here's a quick intro on myself. So that's me on the left, and this is my company, Split. That's my website. Split is backed by 500 startups and entrepreneur first investors who are supporting us in building out this payment method here in Malaysia. So let me explain to you quickly what Buy Now Pay Later means. Beli sekarang nanti bayar. So this is where you let your customers pay in installments instead of the full amount upfront. It's instant approval, always interest-free with no credit card needed. That's the crazy part, right? It's the first time Malaysians can pay later without a credit card. So before we dive into it, let me explain to you in Malaysia who we work with. So you might recognize some of these brands over here in Malaysia. We have more than 100 businesses online and offline using our service to offer installments to their customers. And we're getting more every day because I think these brands have realized how popular installments are and how it helps their conversion and their incremental revenue. So yep, let's kickstart. So why would you want to offer installments? Right now, if you're offering something on your store, customers might find it very hard to pay the full price upfront. Imagine if you're selling something for 500 ringgit and the average Malaysian salary could maybe be about 3,000 ringgit. That's a huge part of their salary being used to buy something on your store. So it tends to discourage people from converting or buying once they see the price. So as a result, if you're running an e-commerce or even an offline retail store as well, you know that 7 out of 10 people will end up not buying. People who come to your site, come to your store, they just decide, I'm not going to buy this anymore. The bottom line is that your marketing investment will be wasted because you're spending thousands and thousands or tens of thousands of ringgit on marketing. When people come onto your site or into your store, they end up not converting. So that's where we come in and try to solve this problem. Why would installments help this? Because this is based on research. This is widely known. When you offer installments, So what they did was they studied people who were paying in installments all around the world, and 44% of them would not have made the purchase if there was no pay later option. And typically, when you offer installments, consumers tend to spend up to 55% more. And this is very similar to what we see in Malaysia as well. When companies start to offer split installments, more customers start to use and buy and check out, and they also tend to spend more money on average. So this will be true whenever you offer like an installment or financing solution to your customers. And the crazy part is that I think once the customer pays us the first installment, Split will pay you upfront in full, like the full amount minus a bit of our fees. This is to make sure you get the cash flow upfront. You don't have to worry about the risk of collecting the installments. You run your business, let us handle the installments. And then in case of any payment related issues, Split will be there to handle it. You get the cash up front. Don't worry about the cash. The whole point of this is that during the pandemic, it's really important for us to figure out the best ways we can run the business and keep on getting customers inside. And I think a lot of businesses in Malaysia, sometimes you see when incomes get a bit more unpredictable, especially during COVID, you would tend to want to give unsustainable discounts to your customers, but it won't help you in the long run. So really our idea to all businesses out there is really to offer installments instead. You don't have to give like a 30, 40, 50% discount to get the sale. When you offer installments, you can still get the customer without the unsustainable discounts. So I know you were very curious of how it looks like and where you can use it. So I want to share with you. You can do it three ways. If you're an SME, or you're a big retailer, or you're a small Instagram seller, there is really something. So this is the first one, online checkout. If you have a brand.com, you have your own website, you can integrate Split onto your website, and then people can check out and pay with Split in interest-free installments, no credit card needed. The second one is in your store, where you can scan a QR code at the point of sale and immediately pay in installments. So again, I will show you a demo how it looks like very soon. And the third one is if you don't have a brand.com store, if you don't have a physical retail store, maybe you're an Instagram seller or a Facebook seller, or you sell on email, this solution is for you, the Omnichannel payment link. It works on any chat app, any email. As long as you can text someone, it works on a place where you can text them. So let's deep dive into it. Online and e-commerce, how will Split installments help your business? First, I would like to introduce you to a company called fashrevo.com. They are Malaysia's leading luxury accessories retailer. You buy handbags, lanyards, watches, and wallets. And I think Malaysians really, really love Fashrevo for being able to give them these luxury accessories. So here is how Split integrated with them. So they wanted to solve a problem where people are landing on their site, but not necessarily converting all the way until the end. So throughout the entire customer journey, we wanted to maximize the conversion and reduce the drop-off. So here's what we did with them. This is their catalog page over here. And then what we did was we implemented a split promo pricing on every product. If you can see, this is the catalog, and below every price, there is up to 3 interest-free payments of how many ringgit we split. What this does is it educates the customer very early on that they can pay in installments. So if they land on the site and see, it's 900 ringgit, but I can actually pay 300 ringgit in installments, this is more likely to keep the customer on the site. So this really helps to reduce that drop-off. And we don't just stop there. When you click the specific product as well, we educate the customer again that you can pay in installments with Split. So this is an example of a handbag. And below the price, again, you can see the split installments. I think many Malaysians recognize our logo already. And when they see that, they know they can split. Last thing, at the cart, once you've added a whole number of products inside, you can also see the split promo pricing. I can tell you this works really, really well in keeping the customers on your site to the next step of the payment. And finally, when you're at the payment, customers will choose Split, 3 installments, no interest for debit and credit cards available on the store. What they need to do is they check out, follow the instructions, and then they land on Split's website. If you're a really, really fast customer, you can probably finish this in like 1 minute. But typically people take 2 or 3 minutes and they finish their installment registration, and then the purchase is confirmed. You can see the summary on the right. Customer pays the first installment today, second installment in 30 days, and third installment in 60 days. And then again, we pay you the business full upfront, so you don't have to worry about collecting the money or the risk of the customer paying back. Any major e-commerce platform, Split is available. I'm sure we would be able to connect onto your website and offer our service to your customers if you're looking at it. But if you are also building your own really cool website directly without a major e-commerce platform, you can connect to us via direct API integration. Our friendly team will help you get that on board. Okay, the next one is in-store, offline, and retail. So I want you to imagine if you have a store right now, think of how you collect payments at the counter. And we were trying to figure out what's the best way we can give you the ability to offer installments to customers in your store. So we realized that a lot of the friction sometimes when it comes on registration or downloading an app to pay with a new payment method, maybe there's a very long process just to verify yourself with some other kinds of payment apps. So we wanted to remove the entire barrier and make it so easy for the customer to pay you in your store. So here's how we do it. Carol, I made a very customized QR code for MDEC. So this is what we do. Every Split partner that joins us and wants to work with us on retail, we would provide you a QR code that you can put on your counter. When you put this on your counter, when the customer wants to pay in installments, all they need to do is just scan the QR code and pay directly on their mobile browser. There's no app download needed, and there's no technical integration. They just scan it, they pay it, and you'll get the confirmation immediately once the customer has made their installment purchase. Now, if you're watching this, why don't you just try and scan the QR code and see for yourself how it works. So this means that directly in the store, in your own store, customers can pay in installments without having to worry about long registration, I need to download an app, how do I know when it's confirmed? It's really, really simple for customers. So once they scan the QR code, they go back straight into our Split payment page, and then they complete their installment payment, and it's exactly the same if they were checking out from an online store. And then the last one, I think many SMEs in Malaysia will find it so useful, because we've looked at the businesses in Malaysia and we see a lot of people are selling things by WhatsApp, by Facebook, by Instagram. Sure, a lot of you listening have bought something on Instagram or WhatsApp before. Bank transfer them or cash on delivery, and then you collect the product. So now we were thinking, what's the best way we can let these sellers offer installments to their customers? So here, let me show you, and then I'll show you a demo at the end. Carol, I will need your help after this. You'll be involved in my demo, so I will let you know when to participate shortly.
Okay.
So all partners with Split will get access to their own Split dashboard. This dashboard allows you to track your sales, allows you to process refunds, cancellations, partial refunds, but also it allows you to send Split payment links to any of your customers. A Split payment link means you send to your customer, they click it, and then they pay directly in installments. You don't need your own website, you don't need to have your own physical store, it just works directly on the chat app. Let me show you what it looks like. So this is the features on the left side of our dashboard. There are two main features over there. One is called New Order, where you create one Split payment link for one order for one customer. The other one is a New Item, where you create one Split payment link for multiple orders of the same item. That means one link can be used by many people. The third one is to view your item, to see all your past item links that you created. Again, this is no technical integration needed. You can log in on any device. You can even use your phone, your computer, your laptop, your iPad, maybe your smartwatch as well. Maybe that works. We haven't really tried that, but I think it could work also. So, demo time. Carol, are you there?
I'm here.
All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to bring everybody through an example of a payment link, and you get to participate and pretend to be a customer. Can we do that?
Okay. Can.
So Carol, I will need you to participate in our demo on how we can
Okay.
generate payment links for customers. So for every partner that works with Split, you get to see and access our dashboard. So what happens is I'm going to create a payment link for you, Carol, and you pretend to be a customer, and then we can go through it together and I'll show you the steps. So
Okay.
for this, I'm going to create a new item.
Okay.
And for this, we're going to make a Split and MDEC t-shirt.
Okay.
Because we're such a premium brand, this t-shirt is going to cost 399 ringgit. If anyone buys this, it's probably going to be the most expensive t-shirt for them.
Hi.
So I'm going to call it Split MDEC t-shirt. Item description M size because that's what I wear, and then we can call it short sleeve. What color shall it be?
Black.
Black. Okay, black color. Over here, you can see there's you can put an expiry date for the link. That means customers cannot pay after a certain date.
Okay.
Or you can set the number of users. Let's say I put this as the expiry date, maybe 22nd. And let's say you only have 10 t-shirts. So you can only sell 10 t-shirts. What I'm going to do, I'm going to generate a new link over here. And you can see on the right here, it's customized with MDEC branding over there. So the customers know that this is my MDEC t-shirt that I'm buying. So Carol, I'm going to message you on Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
Let me show this to everyone.
Messenger.
Okay, can you see? I'm gonna drop you
Okay.
a message.
So
Hi, Carol.
now do I share my screen or still share your screen?
We can just keep my screen. So at least just confirm to everyone that you can click
there
that
you go.
link and maybe show it onto the camera what you see once you click it.
Okay, now I am clicking on the link. Bear with me. It says almost there. There you go. So now, here's the details of your order. Let's get started. So there is a item description here, which is the MDEC split payment. And then keep your credit or your debit card ready. There's instructions here. And then get started. So I scroll down and there's a 2 months and 3 months option, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's say I select 2 months. The 2 months breakdown, the system will show. I have to pay first installment 199.5 and then the next one again another one 199.5. If I were to pick 3, so this is a 3, it shows here 133 per payment. So let's say I put at 3 payment and I click get started. Okay, let's say get started. There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to show it I'm going to show the same page to everyone on my desktop. So again, the link works on any screen size. It's optimized to work on mobile, iPad, or laptop. So when Carol clicked the link, this is what she would have seen if she had opened it on her computer. Yeah. So over here, the summary of your plan. Let's say we do 3 installments. It's only 133 ringgit per month. This is what you pay today.
Yeah.
And then when I press get started, we just fill in your details here. We also have the place for your customer to put their address. They fill in their address. And then once the payment is all confirmed and they pay their first installment with us with their debit card or credit card, but most people use their debit card. And the order is confirmed. We will pay you the full amount up front. And then the customer will pay us back according to this payment schedule here on the right. And then Carol, so if you're a business and then you see a lot of customers are buying from you already, how do you fulfill and ship your product? So you go back to our dashboard. I'm going to show back our dashboard. Can you see my dashboard?
Can.
And you go to your past payments and then you filter the date. Let's say I want to look at some of the past payments that we finish. Maybe I'll do something like this. All right, so then all your past payments, your past purchases get listed out over here. You can see the address, the order number, when they paid it, how much, and the person who bought it. You can easily download this from the report section. And then once you download it into an Excel file, you can straight away ship it one by one. You have all the details you can download. So this is really easy for Instagram sellers, for Facebook sellers. If you have your own website as well, you can also track your past payments with this. So the whole point is to make it very easy for you to accept installment payments from your customers. Now I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Wait, hold on. Actually, I still want to share my screen. I want to show everyone.
That QR code, that was new, that you present that extra. This one, this is good. So
this is
let
a
me
QR
ask.
code.
Okay, good.
Sure.
Maintain this one. So Dylan, let me ask you this. This is what SMEs, when we do previous pay buy now pay later with some of the solution providers, who takes the risk if in case the buyer do not complete the 2 or the 3 months payment?
Yeah, sometimes this is the most common question I get, and my answer, when people hear it, they say, "Is this like too good to be true?" Split takes the risk. As soon as the customer pay the first installment, we will pay you the full amount. If the customer, worst case scenario, fails to pay back, maybe they have a budget issue or medical emergency, we would work that together with them. You don't have to worry about it. You get paid upfront. You have nothing to do with the collections already. It's all on split.
So let's say when after they make the first payment, the buyers make the first payment via split, how long will the business owner get that payment settled?
Usually in a week or less.
Okay. And from there, let's say the first payment you saw just now on the t-shirt, let's say I took a 3 months and it's 133. So you split will be putting up the full payment at 399, correct?
Yes.
Okay. At 399, did you take any percentage cut from there for split?
Yeah, for the consumer, for the customer, it's always free. There's no extra charges. It's the same price as they will pay upfront.
Correct.
For businesses, they will pay us a percentage fee, a single-digit percentage fee for every successful. Yeah.
So meaning, let's say instead of 399 that the brand.com will receive, it will be lesser than that because the other cut will be by split lah.
Yes, so we'll pay you upfront minus our percentage fee.
Understand. Good.
Yeah.
How, because just now when you did the presentation, now this is new to me, where you can have a QR code on your, let's say on your countertops, where people can just scan and decides to pay in split payments where you can offer. And can you tell me the difference between, there are people asking this, there was a live session yesterday also, they're asking, what's the difference between people using a credit card split payments that was offered to them and a split payment, the difference?
That's a really good question. And again, that's the second most common question that I get from everyone. So I think it's great that we do this FAQ live.
Yeah, man.
So most of you in Malaysia who know about the credit card installment plans, for example, Maybank has, I believe, their Easy Pay, where you can pay in like 6, 12, 24 installments. First of all, there is a minimum amount required before you can pay in installments. Second of all, which I think is the biggest deal breaker for a lot of businesses, is that the customers need to own a credit card before they can use their service. The fact is, most Malaysians don't own credit cards. Maybe if we get out of our little bangsa bubble, you'll see that most Malaysians outside do not own credit cards. And the other thing is, when you are a business and you're offering credit card installments to your customers, there are some fixed costs you need to pay to the bank to get that facility for your customers. And the problem is, when you do that with the bank, only that bank's customers can pay in installments. Sorry, only the bank's credit card customers can pay in installments with your shop. Every other bank, debit card, credit card, no access to it. For split, you integrate with us one time, we give you access to all banks, all debit cards, and all credit cards. So I think that's the biggest deal breaker for the credit cards of banks versus split. The other issue that we've seen is that if you use your credit card to make payment and try to pay for it later, there may be some hidden charges occasionally. You might lose the benefits of your credit card when you change your purchase into installments. And I think the most important thing that many Malaysians would have known people who have experienced this, you miss a payment, you get charged interest, you get charged late fees, you get charged financing charges. All three of these don't exist on split. So I think that's, for a Malaysian, the value proposition is clear, it's completely free for you to choose and pay with split. For businesses, we give you full coverage of every bank.
Because I may not be well versed of the I'm a merchant and I may not be well versed on selecting the easy payment scheme offered by the bank, the EPP. I saw always EPP. We see this a lot on the credit card. So in the benefit of the brand.com who's watching right now, I mean, this is a very good solution. We can really push this to retailers, an option for the buyers to pay in three payments instead of using their credit card. But when it comes to the benefits of, let's say you look at all the Loyal Plaza, those kind of guys, and you always see some EPP payments on their. How would you, as a split seller, as a split marketing guys, to tell them that don't use this EPP by the banks, but try split? How do you go about that? Let's say you pitch to me.
Yeah, so Carol, you're running a store at Laoyat now. I think the best way that merchants have figured out a split it's really works really well for them is to really just try it. The great thing for you, Carol, as a merchant is that unlike the bank EPP options, you don't have to pay us any fixed costs, setup costs, maintenance, deposit. If you want to use split, you can straight away use it in the same day. We can prepare it for you for free. You don't have to pay anything to set split up, and then you just let the results speak for themselves. And that's how we officially started 6 months 6 months ago when we were scaling this solution for Malaysian businesses. Once we could show all these businesses that there were some case studies of people who offered split, and straight away they saw their AOV and conversion shoot up. It's a no-brainer to them. It's completely free to use. You offer it and you'll see the results for yourself.
Good, because I know of some retailers who would really benefit from this, because I buy from these retailers offline as well, and it will be a very good opportunity for them to increase their conversion rates. For them to use, I just scan that on their countertops. But what you made it clear is because all the retailers who has the EPP program will have to invest in that little they have this and they enter your credit card details, right?
The
terminal. Yeah, the terminal. So now your unique selling point is that you don't have to have a terminal. Just show that everybody is on their mobile app and click on the link or scan the QR code. Everybody now know how to scan QR codes, and they can pay in split payment. And I have the option to either put in my credit card or my debit card. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. If the buyer's credit card has just enough, let's say just now I was trying to pay for 133 and I only have 150, for example, and the payment got through because I'm only making my first payment. Then Split will complete the payment in less than 7 days to the owner, to the buyer. To the seller, correct? Correct.
Yep.
Then, how would you make an alert about the next second payment? How do you do that to the buyers?
Okay. I think you brought up a very good difference between Split and the bank. For us, as long as you have enough for the first installment, the transaction goes through. For the bank, if you're going to do the EPP, you need to have the full credit limit before you can use that service.
Correct.
So really limiting the number of customers who can use it. That's a very good point you bring up, Carol. The second thing is because we are a tech company, we try to automate a lot of things. There is no humans that's going to call you to remind you to make payment. You know why? Because there is no effort needed to make repayment. The customer will get notified 3 days before via email, in some cases by SMS as well. Hey, your second payment is coming in 3 days. Please make sure you have enough money in your card.
Okay.
Then the customer will, in 3 days I need to make a payment. And then as long as they have enough money in their card, it's automatically deducted. You don't have to come to our site and manually make the payment. Okay. That's how easy it is for your debit card or your credit card. In case there's not enough money in the card, someone in our team will reach out to the customer directly, try to arrange for a different payment method or help them with a different payment date. The whole point for the business, if you are using Split, you don't have to worry about this. Our team all handles it for you. You just focus on running the business while we take care of everything on the back.
What about you've already made the reminder and the due date is already there, but still Split may not be able to collect the money? How many grace period or that you allow what do you do? What kind of safety net would you do? This is to protect. I'm asking just to ask protecting a split. What do you guys do?
Thank you for caring a lot about us. So I would love to share how we do this. So I think we try to have a very human approach when running this business with our
Okay.
customers. First of all, we understand that everyone has sometimes unexpected
Yeah.
financial expenses, and maybe they can't pay their installments, and that's okay. The big difference of us and versus maybe your traditional banks or credit cards is we will never punish Malaysians for getting into financial hardship. Maybe you have some unexpected medical expenses, maybe your salary was late or something. We don't want to punish you for that. Instead, what we do is we have a team of customer service officers who will reach out to you directly through phone, through WhatsApp, or through email and said, hey, you know what, you missed your payments, maybe we can arrange a different payment day for you or different payment method. Or maybe sometimes if the customer, let's say they owe 100 ringgit today, we can say, look, why don't you just pay 50 ringgit today and then 50 ringgit once you have that money. And we will plan that with the customer. So we will temporarily freeze their account and then say, okay, once you complete your next installment, then we can unfreeze your account again and you can use split. Again, the whole point, we don't ever want to punish Malaysians for financial hardship. We will work with them in a very human way in helping them to fulfill their next payment without punishing them for their not having enough money.
Now, my next question, I think this one also very common. I see this kind of question asked. How many percentage of defaulters that you are facing right now, that split face right now? Can you share in general, rough idea?
So the way we run our business, again, because it's a tech company, we have thousands or tens of thousands of repayment data from customers in Malaysians. And as a result, we can feed that into our credit. We call this a credit engine. A lot of it is very technical, built by our engineers. Essentially, we are able to predict with a probability how likely someone will pay us back. So Carol, if you come to use our service, you buy this MDEC t-shirt, at the point of when you are paying, instantly, our software can tell the probability that you will pay us back or not. Again, it's not going to be 100%. But the more people who use our service, the better we can predict it.
I see. Okay, so you have an AI built inside lah.
Yes. So
very good.
I don't use that term. I don't like to throw that term around. But yes, we do implement elements of AI to sort of predict the probability that someone will pay back.
Okay.
And as a result, because we've implemented this and we got a lot of data coming in, and then we are able to preserve our, if you cannot call it default rate, at a very, very manageable level. Let's put it that way. I think that's our secret sauce of running this company. Now, if you run a company like this, you need to be able to get people to pay you back. So we have to use technology to solve this problem. It's no longer like a human thing. There's no human on the back assessing any application. It's all done by software.
Share me your slides on how can these SMEs come and approach you and inquire more. How do they reach out to you? Because I believe that it is such a wonderful solutions as well, and I'm sure that this will increase, because I shared with you when we had this demo. I saw how people in the Europe or in the UK, they were doing split payments on a simple vase for £40, and it was split into 3 payments. So I was like, wow. So the perception of people see it will be let's say instead of people have to pay £40, they only have to pay 12 pounds from £12 to own this product. But of course, there's a fine print that says that you have to complete in 3 payments. So instead of me seeing 40 that was so big, and I'm only seeing at £12, which is so small, so I am able, it makes me as a customer, I can afford this, so let's do this. So here we are talking about this. I did tell you that it's time to educate how our brand.com use this facility, and educate our brand.com owners. This is an additional tool for them to convert sales, because right now I won't be seeing 399. I'll be seeing at 133 for my purchase, and I don't feel it at 399. But of course, I have to pay for the next, second, and third payment. So this concept is very what you call that, new. So who's your top 2 clients using Split at the moment?
Okay. Let me first of all, this is where any SMEs who are interested to offer
Yeah.
split to your customers, you can take a screenshot of this. Please go to our website, paywithsplit.co. There is a split for business section. There's a form
Okay.
there you can submit. So once you submit that form, you can drop me an email so I know you came from this video, and then we can sort of push you guys to the top. Because there's a lot of businesses who are trying and wait on a waiting list right now to use our service. So let me talk a bit more about our top brands. I'll go back all the way to the beginning.
Can.
So yeah, I think a lot of Malaysians will recognize many of these brands over here. And I think we don't have sort of like the top 2 or top 3. A lot of them are doing very well with Split. But I think you can see many Malaysians will recognize some of these are household brands, and we're getting a lot of sales because we're helping them to increase their conversion, and people tend to spend more money.
I just saw a brand called Fresh Revo this morning in my Facebook timeline. What do they do?
Maybe.
Fashion?
Yeah, Fresh Revo. So here, let me show you. I had this case study with them. They
Fresh
do luxury accessories, handbag, lanyard, watches. So this is what we're doing with them. See, we are letting customers pay in installments.
See, at least you bought the 900 ringgit. So I'm not seeing the 2007, but I'm seeing the 900 first.
That's the way to convert customers.
Yeah,
show them this.
Correct.
Okay, now I think the most important part that all the listeners are probably waiting for, what's the benefit if you sign up via this video? Okay, first of all, I want to share with you that Split is actually a really, really useful tool for marketing for your customers. Once you tell your customers they can pay with Split, immediately you get a lot of people who are really interested, and now they want to buy something. Look at this Gamers Hideout in the middle with Split. Game now and pay later with Split. On the left, this is Switch, Malaysia's leading Apple premium reseller. They offered Split and it went viral at some point in their site once we launched. And on the right, we have an SME who is selling sort of coffee and coffee-related equipment. If you join Split coming from this video and you drop me an email and let me know you came from here, we will work with you on some kind of co-marketing initiative, and we might co-fund it together with you. So we've done this so many times already. We know what works best for your audience, and we have a team that will help you to push this communication out to your customers, and we don't charge you for this. We will provide you the support to generate your marketing and your sales using Split as your tool. So, and then as a thing before I wrap up, and this is really, really loved by Malaysians, and this is just a few examples of the people who love our service, and I think we can get many, many more once more businesses and SMEs sign up from this video. I can't wait to see the responses that you'll get, the increase in revenue and AOV. I think it's really the next new way for Malaysians to pay and for businesses to accept payments. And really, so thanks again for listening. If you got all the way to the end, here is the page where you can get in touch with us.
So what is the offer for you all to give if they were watching this video, Dylan?
Yeah, so if you join it from Split and then you let me know in the email, we will help with your marketing initiatives, marketing campaigns, and we'll do this for free. So we know what works best for customers and businesses. All you need to do is we will help you with your visuals, we help you with your caption. We might even co-fund on a case-by-case basis to make sure that your launch with Split is a successful one.
Cool. So that's very good. So that's it. That was a very good demo, and this is a very good Q&A. And I hope that users out there really explore this, because when I saw Gamers Hideout, right? Gamers Hideout, and I'm trying to see whether I should buy a Split, in Split on a Nintendo Switch for my little kid. But am I spoiling him? I don't know yet.
Or you let your kid pay for it in installments lah.
yeah, he got more money than me, which is true lah. We save up for him. So thank you, Dylan. This is a wonderful sharing session, and I will put in Flamora, edit this video a little bit, cut wherever not necessary, and I will load it onto my YouTube channel. And then everybody, please go and join the YouTube channel. I have a lot of sharing, but those sharing is is on the last MCO that we had. So now we're on a 2 weeks MCO. So my first video is with Dylan. I'm trying to approach new startups on the new solution for SMEs to explore, and this is one of them, which is with Split. So I hope that I have more time to get others out there to share, and hope that you learn so much for this. And that's it. So we will sign off. And again, Dylan, thank you so much. I'll see you in Ding. Dylan is also in Ding Talk, our Go E-commerce Ding Talk community. So please reach out to him. He was connected to me via Faisal from Webmatic. Is it Webmatic?
Webmatic.
Webmatic. I can't remember what's the website name. But Faisal is very active in Go E-commerce Ding Talk, and you always explore other startups to come and connect with me, so that we at MDEC, we learn who you are. We learn about your solution, so that we match it together with our SMEs. So because our SMEs always ask us which solution is the best, which solution we should go, what kind of solution to help more sales. So this is one of them. So well done. I wish you all the best, and we see you again on online, whether it's WhatsApp or TikTok. And users out there, don't forget, go back to that video. You can reverse the video and all, and take a look at what's Dylan's contact number for you to explore. I will definitely push this to the people in the retail, because we know a lot of retailers out there, big brands. I think Dylan will be shocked with the connections that we have. So that's it, and I'll see you in the next topic, which I won't know yet. Let me go out and scout some of these startups, young people like that. I mean, I love tech stuff, and I love this because it gives a lot of benefit to the SMEs, and it's free for you to install. There's no installation, there's no tech needed. You don't have to have terminals and all this. You don't have to train your staff and all. Just put the QR code, your link, and everything is done already. So that was easy. Very less tech that you need. You don't have to be genius in tech savvy. You know, you have Dylan and his team to help out. But you have a support team in Malaysia, right, Dylan?
Yes, we do have a team in Malaysia who can help with businesses that want to onboard our service.
How old is Split?
We are 2 years old, but it's only this year that we are 2 years old, but it's only this year we started focusing a lot on e-commerce and retail. Previously, we used to be in the travel industry. I also came from the travel industry, but travel, used to be that thing where you can go on a plane and go in another country. We can't do that already lah. So now we are focusing heavily onto retail and e-commerce.
I see. How many subscribers of Split right now do you have in this span of time?
I think every month we are approving about 1,500 customers.
Gosh, very good.
Not everyone gets approved, unfortunately.
Okay.
But the ones we approve who are really happy to use our service lah.
What criteria are you looking for? What is the minimum checkout price would you recommend for people to use Split?
Yeah, so I think we don't set a fixed amount like a bank, maybe like 500 or 1,000.
Okay.
What we try to look at is what is your current AOV? Maybe your AOV is like 200 ringgit, and let's set something a bit higher than that.
Okay.
To encourage customers to spend more money.
Okay, because I'm amazed at people in the UK when I see all these magazines, because I subscribe to Crossstitch magazine, and I always see some advertisement, and they can split payments from $4.99, from $5.99, but for 6 months payment, but the item is only £40. So they can split so many, and you only have to pay £5 for the product. So I don't know what is your recommendation for the SMEs out there. If they have a product that's 40, can they split into 3?
Sure, if you want.
Okay, good. Okay, set.
Yeah.
Very good. So this is it. Thanks again, Dylan. So everybody out there, follow the link below and go and contact Dylan after that. And then I'll see you. Subscribe to the channel, and then we'll see you again in the next in the next episode of new technology, whatever we find out. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
You, Carol. Thanks for having me. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Dylan.